Is there any idea why Diddy would want to poison Jamie Foxx?
Were victims or were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all eight were victimized.
Yeah.
Sean Combs in Miami. She wasn't drinking because she was pregnant.
Fresh revelations surrounding Jamie Foxx's 2023 medical emergency have once again stirred public attention and speculation. Many are beginning to wonder if there's more to the story than what's been shared publicly, with unverified whispers hinting at possible behind-the-scenes conflicts tied to private event footage. Though no evidence has confirmed these claims, curiosity continues to spread online. As discussions intensify, attention is shifting toward the people who were once part of Foxx's inner circle. For now, the truth remains uncertain, but the mystery around what really happened only seems to deepen. With time,
Foxx was injured during an altercation at a Beverly Hills restaurant. Foxx is speaking out about the incident, which is being investigated by police. It comes just days after the Oscar winner revealed for the first time that a brain bleed caused him to suffer a stroke last year. Here's ABC's Phil Lipoff.
Tonight, actor Jamie Foxx is recovering after an altercation at his birthday dinner in Beverly Hills left him needing stitches. Local police received a call about an incident at the high-end Mr. Chow restaurant near Rodeo Drive just after 10 p.m. Friday night. A representative for the actor saying someone from another table threw a glass that hit Foxx in the face. It's unclear whether Foxx was involved in the fight or merely a bystander. No arrests were made, but the investigation remains ongoing. It has already been an eventful month for the Oscar winner. In his recently released Netflix stand-up special, Foxx opened up about the mysterious health crisis that put him in the hospital for several weeks last year.
I was fighting for my life, but I'm here in front of you.
Foxx telling the audience a doctor gave his family a grim diagnosis.
He told my sister some horrible news about her big brother. He said he's having a brain bleed. Has led to a stroke.
But now, the actor is proud he beat the odds.
Said I couldn't walk, but look at me now.
And Lindsay, Foxx appears to be keeping this positive attitude through this latest incident, writing on social media this morning, "The devil is busy, but I'm too blessed to be stressed." Lindsay?
Foxx,
according to his claims, there could be influential figures operating quietly in the background, working to protect certain interests and keep specific narratives under wraps. Around the same period that the FBI reportedly began its investigation, word spread that Foxx himself had been contacted by authorities, a detail that fueled growing theories online. For many, the timing of his sudden medical crisis now seems less like coincidence and more like a possible piece of a larger, hidden puzzle.
That you actually seen, you know, what are some of the things that you heard behind the scenes that were going on before this indictment actually dropped?
Well, I know he poisoned Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx reported him to the FBI because of it. I know that's a fact.
So, wait, you're saying that Diddy poisoned Jamie Foxx and that's how Jamie Foxx got sick?
Jamie Foxx reported this man to the FBI because of this. Facts.
Wow. Okay. And how did you hear about this? If you can tell me, or if you can't, that's all good. But you know what I'm saying? Like, well, you know, people are they're gonna want to know, you know what I'm saying, how this happened, or you know what I'm saying, what's the backstory to this?
Well, by the time this drop, this is gonna be in the stratosphere. It's gonna be in the ether by the time this drop. You can probably look it up right now. But by the time this interview drop, this is going to be out in the ether for sure. These people poison people, bro. I've been poisoned 3 times. Why am I testing positive for cyanide? You feel me? Why do I had pneumonia 3 times? So people like, man, why he breathe like that? Because I only got one lung. And then I had a car crash. I got one nostril permanently blocked. And I done had pneumonia 3 times. Somebody been trying to poison me. My brother got poisoned with me. The little lady I was bodyguarding, she got poisoned. Like, somebody is carrying on these antics. These is facts.
Is there any idea why Diddy would want to poison Jamie Foxx?
You get called to testify if you on camera and some of this footage, and you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself. It's ways in this industry people go about doing things. Just know I tested positive for cyanide 3 times after drinking some bottles in the club. And once you get hit with the cyanide, it turns into pneumonia. I had it 3 times. So, fact.
So I just want to make sure we're talking about what was it, a year or two ago or so, when Jamie Foxx got real sick and everybody said he had a stroke.
Yes.
We're talking about that, or talking about something different?
I'm talking about that.
Fans who tuned into Jamie Foxx's latest special believe he may have quietly dropped clues about a deeper connection between his long absence and Diddy's unfolding controversies. The timing caught many off guard after months away from the public eye. Foxx returned just as Diddy's legal issues were making national news, turning his comeback into what some saw as a carefully timed statement. Yet, it wasn't the performance itself that sparked the real wave of attention. It was everything that followed, the reactions, the interpretations, and the questions that began flooding social media that truly set the discussion ablaze.
Foxx states in the special that Diddy was responsible for what happened to him, and he is the one that called the FBI on him.
It kind of makes me think about a couple things too. So we just talked about Jay-Z and Puff. There was also this allegation floating around that Diddy has set up Jamie Foxx, or that Diddy was the reason why Jamie Foxx got in the hospital. Did you hear that rumor? And what's the detail that you understood what took place? Because all of us thought it was COVID related, and I think Jamie even saw a video of him talking about he had took something and then
right,
sometime later he fell out. But what's going on with that?
Well, there was a rumor, or I can't say it was a truth because I wasn't there, but there's been a rumor that the whole time when Jamie was out, for the industry insiders, Diddy had did that to him.
Okay.
He caught Jamie filming, allegedly, or whatever. They told Jamie to chill. He didn't chill, and allegedly Diddy and security beat Jamie. And that's why Jamie was in the hospital, allegedly, right? But then there's the thing where they saying that they gave him some type of pill or something that knocked him out. But it all was alleged connected back to Diddy, right? Because something happened with Diddy and Jamie. Now, more recently, Jamie has a special coming out on Netflix called "What Had Really Happened Was," and I went to the taping of it. It was 3 days taping. I went to the first show. I went to the last show.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx states in this spoiler alert, but Jamie Foxx states in the special that Diddy was responsible for what happened to him, and he is the one that called the FBI on him.
So it's got to be a joke, though, right?
I don't think he was joking. When then y'all can determine was he joking or not when you see the show. Because to me, I'm a new comedian, right? I've learned and learned from the game. I know when somebody's setting up a punchline, and I know when you're serious. And when he said it, I called it, and I'm the one that called it. He said, Diddy, is the one that did something to me or whatever. And I'm not going to give out, I don't want to give away his jokes or nothing, but after he said Diddy did something to me, he said, and I'm the one that called the feds on him. So everybody out here that's talking about Diageo, this and the other, better go back and think about when that happened to Jamie and start looking at the chain of events.
That's deep. That's really deep. So, because I would say the timeline does reflect Jamie went down. That was last year. And then are we saying that something in response, Jamie responded and alerted whatever activity Puff had going on to shut him down as like his get back?
Industry insider. Big Homie CeCe was among the first to draw attention to a possible connection between Jamie Foxx and Diddy, citing ties that stretch deep into the mogul's close-knit circle. He hinted that influential figures could be quietly operating in the background, shaping narratives and protecting their own interests. Around the same period that the FBI reportedly began its probe, word emerged that Foxx had also been reached out to by investigators, a revelation that only intensified the rumors. For many observers, the timing of his sudden medical emergency now appears far too convenient to dismiss as mere coincidence.
Say his get back, but for his protection, Jamie was scared, right? He disappeared, right? Mm-hmm. He out now as soon as Puff went to jail, right? We see him at the game with Jerry Jones, right? Before, nobody seen Jamie. We just had these mysterious sightings of him on the boat, and then they had the fake Jamie out here, right? Then we haven't seen him. As soon as Puff went to jail, he was at the goddamn Dallas basketball game. Football game, right? And now he just went and shot his special. And who's special strongly based around?
Now, interesting enough, Jamie has always had like jokes about Diddy. In his I Might Need Security special, he has that a bit about Diddy then.
Yeah, and but it's not this.
And it's interesting though, because I thought they were always friends. I thought they had like a history of friendship.
They did.
And he always would go to Puff's parties. And
they did. They had a bromance, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They was bros.
And then it went sour.
Somewhere. Under the rainbow. Somewhere under the rainbow.
Just weeks after Jamie Foxx's Netflix special hit the spotlight, new reports emerged about an unexpected incident involving him at a Beverly Hills hotel. Sources claimed the actor was injured, and the timing instantly fueled speculation. For many watching closely, it didn't feel like a random mishap, it felt like a message, possibly linked to the revelations Foxx had just made. Whether it was a genuine accident or something more deliberate remains unclear. But the situation has left fans uneasy and increasingly determined to uncover what's truly happening behind the scenes.
Personally, you think it's possible that Diddy drove Jamie Foxx?
If Jamie Foxx was at a Diddy party, and what we're finding out now, and what they're allegedly saying now, that he has certain kind of alcohol with drugs in it, we had certain kind of allegedly baby oil with drugs in it. And those people touch those certain things, and they have that certain things in them, it can react to their bodies and make them go through those certain type of situation. Brother, if you touch fentanyl, you could die.
Joe Rogan, a close friend and longtime supporter of Jamie Foxx, has publicly expressed deep concern over the unfolding situation, hinting that there may be far more happening behind the curtain than most realize. During recent discussions, Rogan pointed to previous controversies tied to high-profile names within Diddy's circle, suggesting a pattern that's hard to ignore. As investigations progress and new claims continue to surface, conversations about silenced voices, hidden pressure, and rising tension within the industry are only adding to the growing sense of mystery surrounding Foxx's ordeal.
Jay-Z now accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Diddy as the defendant, but it was just refiled today to include Jay-Z now, whose real name is Sean Carter. Of course, he's the husband of Beyonce. The anonymous accuser alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an after party following the MTV Video Music Awards. The suit says she was offered a drink that made her feel, quote, woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. Shortly after, the suit claims Jay-Z and Diddy entered the room where she was resting, eventually sexually assaulting her. And now, just in the last hour, we are hearing from Jay-Z and his team of lawyers. They're denying the claim and say that they are the victims of blackmail, saying, quote, I will not give you one red penny, and my only heartbreak is for my family. Joining us now to break this all down as it's happening, News Nation Law and Justice contributor, former FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffendorfer. Jennifer, thanks for staying with us on this.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And so we just received a response from the victim's lawyer, really just in the last few minutes. Take a look. This is on social media. A lawyer, Tony Busby, saying Jay-Z has, quote, tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff, but his conduct has had the opposite impact. He goes on to say that the allegations speak for themselves and he will let the facts come out in court, not in the media. What do you make of this real-time back and forth that we're seeing between these two parties tonight?
Well, it is interesting, and I think it's because Jay-Z came out so strongly and said, listen, I'm going to go after you, and then he filed a suit quickly on the heels of the other suit against Busby and the accusers. So because of that, you're seeing this taunting sort of...
Following the raid on Diddy's Miami mansion, prosecutors have reportedly introduced new evidence in court, sparking another wave of public attention. Items recovered from the property, including unidentified materials and substances, have only strengthened the seriousness of the ongoing allegations. Still, despite mounting legal pressure, reports indicate that exclusive gatherings tied to the case may have continued, even after the investigation began. For many observers, the possible connection between these discoveries and broader probes involving disappearances and trafficking has made the situation even more alarming and difficult to ignore.
Plaintiff recognized many celebrities as she entered what appeared to be a large living room or foyer containing a large crowd. Plaintiff attempted to mingle in the crowd and talk to several of the celebrities that she recognized and whom she wanted to see at the VMAs. Waitstaff circulated throughout the room, carrying trays of drinks, and loud music played throughout the venue. Plaintiff observed widespread use, including marijuana and cocaine. After attempting to talk to numerous celebrities, plaintiff accepted a drink from one of the waitresses, circulating the crowd. The drink was a reddish-yellow mixture that tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, and something bitter. After drinking just a portion of that drink, plaintiff began to feel woozy and lightheaded, making her need to lie down. A photograph of an actual exemplar container used by Combs and or his agents/employees to insert GHB into alcoholic drinks is seen below. And these are the photos included in the lawsuit that show a small plastic container that the plaintiff claims contained drugs at the party. The woman, remember, who claims she was 13 at the time, says she felt woozy and went to look for a place to lay down. Soon after, Combs entered the room along with defendant Carter and a female celebrity, Celebrity B. Plaintiff immediately recognized all three celebrities. Combs aggressively approached plaintiff with a crazed look in his eyes, grabbed her and said, "You are ready to party." Combs then threw plaintiff toward a wall, causing plaintiff to fall. Plaintiff got up and stumbled, at which point Combs grabbed her again and threw her on the bed. At that point, Carter began removing plaintiff's clothes as she grew more and more disoriented. Plaintiff was held down by Carter as he vaginally raped her, while Combs and Celebrity B watched. After Carter was finished, he stepped back toward the wall. Combs then stepped forward and vaginally raped plaintiff while Carter and Celebrity B watched. Combs then knocked plaintiff down and attempted to force plaintiff to perform oral sex on him. She fought back, standing up quickly and punching out at the same time, hitting Combs in the neck. Taken aback, Combs stopped.
Rumors are still circulating about the alleged recordings that may have been used to silence Jamie Foxx before federal authorities could intervene. During court proceedings, a key witness reportedly detailed moments of manipulation and control, offering new context that bolstered the ongoing case. These revelations have only deepened the scrutiny surrounding Diddy, leaving many to wonder just how far the story truly goes. If the rumored footage were ever to emerge, insiders believe it could trigger major fallout across the industry and beyond.
Statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of...
this is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if they were. Right.
Sure.
Appear to
Let
be.
me rephrase it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized,
Yeah,
meaning
victim.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, but they was doing.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
Speculation continues to grow around the alleged recordings. Evidence said to be so damaging that Diddy would stop at nothing to keep it hidden from federal authorities. In recent testimony, a central witness described being coerced into unsafe environments involving substance use and various forms of exploitation, shedding light on the darker side of the accusations. The rumored footage is believed to contain highly disturbing content, and many now believe that if it were ever made public, the legal and reputational consequences for Diddy could be nothing short of devastating.
That is for Brody writing for Al Green.
Take me through them not wanting to let her in the club.
She showed up to a place. Some of the people in there was loyal to some of the people she was speaking out about. They wouldn't let her in. And she wasn't going for that. She started setting it up. She started bugging up on the guys. They had to call the police on old girl. Oh, bro. Jaguar Wright get wild, bro. And if something happened to her, I just want to tell Jaguar Wright, be careful. She just went on Piers Morgan. Beyonce and Jay-Z sent Piers Morgan a cease and desist. Made Piers Morgan publicly apologize. Today. It's about to get dangerous for a lot of people. So if you out here doing what you're doing, because y'all not me. So you better be on your P's and Q's. It's about to get ugly. This is when people start to turn up dead right now. Keep that in mind.
Scassie's testimony introduced even more unsettling claims about what allegedly occurred during Diddy's private gatherings. Court reports outlined a pattern of control, intimidation, and psychological manipulation, suggesting that the behavior often escalated whenever situations veered out of his control. Each new statement added to a growing portrait of excess and abuse, leaving the courtroom and the public grappling with difficult questions about power, accountability, and secrecy within the entertainment industry. As the details unfold, many are beginning to wonder just how deep this culture of silence truly runs behind closed doors.
We're not going to do it, without doing our due diligence, because obviously, these types of allegations are very hurtful to people if they're not true, and very hurtful, frankly, if they are true. But if they're true, you shouldn't have been in the room and you shouldn't have been participating. So I anticipate that we're going to start filing lawsuits, and it may not be big names at first, but we have a long list of names, and you might imagine in situations like this, that when a victim tells us that this person was in the room or this person participated, we want to do as much due diligence as humanly possible before we file that case, because in the United States, in almost every state, public filings are in fact public. And, when you name somebody in a lawsuit, the press is going to pick it up, and we're aware of that. So we're going to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's. And I expect that there will be some people named in these lawsuits that will raise some eyebrows. Another instance, another minor, told allegedly by Sean Combs that he would make him a star, but he needed to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex upon him. Another incident, an individual 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party. was and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual, minor, was, and then other individuals took turns in her. Another individual, 26, at the time of the occurrence, was picked up allegedly by Mr. Combs and several other people in a black SUV from the airport, was given one drink in the SUV, and then literally woke up the next day not knowing what had happened, but with pain and damage to both her vagina and her ass, where she then went to the hospital. She was missing her underwear and her shoes. Another instance, an individual, this time not a minor, attended a group dinner, allegedly with Sean Combs in Miami. She wasn't drinking because she was pregnant, but whatever she drank at the table, apparently, at least according to her, was laced with something. She blacked out, and she woke up in the same bed, again, allegedly, with Mr. Combs in his mansion in Miami. Her vagina and her ass were torn and sore.
It's difficult for many to imagine that these alleged crimes could have taken place without at least some level of awareness or silence from those closest to Diddy. Attention is now turning toward his inner circle, including his former bodyguard, driver, and personal assistant, especially following claims that the assistant was allegedly tasked with locating Cassie during a critical period. The details emerging from these reports are unsettling, and more continue to surface with each passing week, according to federal prosecutors. The evidence against Diddy is mounting, pointing toward potential consequences that may be impossible to avoid. As the investigation accelerates, the world is waiting to learn what the rumored recordings might expose, and just how deep the network of secrets and influence truly goes. If you've been following this story, let us know your thoughts.